Are you wondering how much you should be paying for these as a Christmas gift? So stay tuned. If you are wondering that, I'm going to give you the MSRP and the secondary value on these in hopes that if you are trying to give somebody these, you don't get ripped off, you don't pay too much, or you decide to buy them a gold bouillon. First, let's start with the steel strength. This is about 3% of the Fortaleza market, according to Guillermo Salsa on a video I watched that was published about 5 months ago. This is, don't worry about this neg tag. We're not going to cover anything neg tags. I don't have any more regular bottles. This is a special edition, but for this bottle, you'd be looking to pay anywhere from $69.99 to $79.99 MSRP. Secondary value is going to go from $90 to $110. All of these secondary values are within the past week that I've seen on national boards. So if you're in the hunt for this, that is the price you should be paying. Again, make sure you're saving this, sharing it for anybody in the market for this. So this is a Blanco. This Blanco is going to retail for about $59.99, $47.99 on the low side. And I have seen Total Wine's markup now to $69.99. So anywhere in that ballpark, you should be okay. The secondary value of this is going to be from $80 to $90 on the high side. So I'll tell you if you're wondering why this is wrapped in black plumber's tape, and it is to stop the evaporation from happening as much as possible. This bottle is from 2019. I bought it when my son was born. It's lot 112. Again, I'm just trying to stop the evaporation, hoping that in 15 years, I'll have a drink with him and talk about this bottle that I bought in 2019. This is a 6-year-old bottle, and it's already lost some of its juice to evaporation, just naturally what happens. Remember, the older the lot, the more you're going to pay for it, especially if you go down to the single digits. This right here is lot 120. And I'm showing you this bottle because it is one of the darker reposados that's out there, and people really hold these values high. I don't know how we got there, but we got there. And if it's darker, lot 120, you're going to be paying more for it. Another example of that is going to be this lot 31. This is from 2013, and we recently popped this open with some friends about a week ago. But this bottle, if it's this old, it's going to retail you about, or it's going to go in the secondary market for anywhere from $350 to $450. This is phenomenal juice. I got to try it last week, and the global ambassador Danny was with us, hanging out, chilling, and Guillermo actually called us just to talk a little bit about this bottle, which was awesome, and a personal invite for something next year. But let's get back to it. Look, you're going to be paying anywhere from, I've seen on some of these hunt videos that right now you're going to be paying anywhere from $59.99 on the very extreme low side. $59.99. I think here the ad cost for stores are going to be $55. So you'll see it in the $79 to $89 range. Secondary price is going to be at least $120 up to $135. $135 was this past week. A couple of bottles moved for that price, but we are seeing them slow down in the secondary market. Not a lot of bites for duck races or any other games. It's just something that's not moving as fast anymore. It could be the economy, it could be the season, but everything is slowed down across the board. So again, on the very low side, $59 to $89 MSRP. And on the secondary, it's 120 to 135 for the posado. But if you're paying for 120, you're going to spend about $250. If you're buying older lots, you're going to buy $350, $450. This week alone, we saw a lot 5 reposado go for $3,000, which to me is just like, man, it's a lot of money. The añejo. This añejo is very special to me. It's a 66. It's the last lot I got to share with my father. This is the 750 milliliters. All of these are 750s. Your 700 milliliters for Europe are going to be a little bit less, and honestly less desirable to the American market. I see them posted. They don't move. I don't know if it's those 50 milliliters that give it that extra taste to it. Same juice. The Fortaleza Añejo, you're going to be on the cheap side at about $99 on the cheap side. I think retail or at cost is going to be around $88 to the store. But regularly, you're going to see this 109, $109 to 119 at Total Wine. And that is going to be the MSRP that I think is a fair 109 to $119. On the secondary side, I recently saw them move for $150. I don't know, people were just holding on to too much and they needed some Christmas money, but $150 is extremely low for an añejo. I don't even think years ago was moving for that low. On average, they're going to move for $160 to $180. Now, depending on what lots, again, like 63 was one of the darkest lots, 66 was one of the darker lots too, 64, those are going to move a little bit more towards the $200 range. So I tell you all that to tell you this now. It changes when you start getting into Los Abuelos labels. Los Abuelos labels is going to change it. We're going to keep it just short and simple here. I can go with Los Abuelos labels later on if you want. Just leave me a comment. But we're also going to talk about the hand blown bottles from Mexico. So, as you saw, this lot 31 has this Mexican tax ID stamp and it is hand blown. Okay. So, if this was a very recent lot, it would probably move $15 to $20 more. The añejos are going to be at 200, and so everything just moves up $10 to $20 more depending on the expression. So there you have it, man. If we want to talk about Los Abuelos labels and how much those cost, let me know in the comments. Also, we can get into some limited editions, the winter blends. We can get into some just limited tag editions. So let me know in the comments if that's something that you want to talk about, and I'll make that video for you. Thanks again. Make sure you leave me a comment, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. That really helps me out. And save this, share it with somebody. Make sure that you're not overpaying this Christmas season. Again, this is December 2025, and those are the prices.